Hi everyone, welcome to the channel Ina Talks. I'm happy to have you here. Right now we're going on a walk and we're just gonna discuss this year that is finishing. I certainly would like to believe that I learned a lot this year. Some of the things really hit me hard and I was filled with anger, with fear, with rage, with sadness sometimes. But all of these things, they made a full circle currently. The first thing that I would like to tell you about is containing fear, which means harnessing it in a way that it doesn't influence, it doesn't prevent you from doing something that is really important to you, something that you have planned for a while. And by that I mean that even though I'm an adult girl, you know that, only this year I have come to practical realization of my long-term dream, which was learning to drive and doing it in practice in particular. These things, they were slightly difficult to implement because of many factors, I have to say. I think one of the most complex tasks was to find the instructor that would be able to handle the number of mistakes that I was making. And I was making, I think, dozens, hundreds, at some point maybe even thousands of mistakes while doing that. And of course, prior to that, I passed the theoretical exam at the first try, which I'm actually proud to say, because I was just really somehow challenged, because I felt that I was taking too many attempts to try to take the test online. And all of these hundreds of questions were really making me feel agitated, even though I knew that certain amount of knowledge I have already consumed. But the 100% guarantee in my heart, in my brain, I couldn't give myself. My fear was so animal-like and strong because it was exactly the situation in which I could literally harm other people and harm myself, even though my instructor did have a brake which he could push in some extreme situations, which he did on a few occasions. I still, I knew that these kind of car crash, it could be prevented in a timely manner, but still I felt that the situation was constantly out of my control, simply because I did not have enough experience. I didn't have the practical touch. I did not realize whether I was doing something completely wrong or slightly right. There was no indicator that would tell me that I'm learning and I'm making a progress. And at some moments it was really hard. By the way, I would like to tell you that again, this year taught me a little bit more patience. Also about doing my YouTube channel and understanding how much effort and time I would need to invest in it, but also the patience regarding the goal completion. So when I was in Ukraine, I took half of the practical course together with my instructor, and I still have the other half to go through, so it's not done. And it teaches me to stay consistent, to eyes on the prize attitude that I'm working on. And I think that is also really a good thing if you think about it from a helicopter view. But yeah, I'm gonna need to improve my patience attitude, things like that in the future even more. The next lesson is probably keeping in mind that people don't stand against you. They just stand for themselves. So it doesn't work in a way that somebody is necessarily trying to harm you or trying to impose some opinion on you, or is trying to hurt you by saying things that are absolutely irrelevant, inappropriate, offensive to yourself. They are just carrying their truth. They're just living their truth on a daily basis. And it doesn't dawn on them that it can somehow really be insulting to you. They are not fighting your fight, only you're doing that. And I think that keeping that in mind is really helping us to move on and move forward, because we still have lots of things to do. And if we pay attention to every single comment every single attempt to jab you. I think it's just not gonna lead us anywhere closer to our dreams and our ideas. Last one but not least thing that I really wanted to mention is actually working on my eating disorder. It took me a while to even admit that I had an eating disorder for a number of years, and the information like about this was somehow like appearing on my feed continuously, and I was choosing to ignore it for a while. But this year I decided to look into it, to face the music, and I realized that there were a lot of conclusions, convictions, thoughts that were extremely harmful to myself, and I needed to like really work with them. I found a nutritionist online whose vision on eating was really like ecological to me. It was understandable to me. It was resonating really with me a lot. I bought a couple of courses from her, and I still try to create the perfect diet, like, which means not diet culture thing, but actually just eating habits that I would benefit from, that would enrich me, and that would help me achieve the goals that I have already set for myself. And I have to say that it's a game changer for sure, because like, you are what you eat in the most literal and metaphorical way, because like, your level of energy depends on that, your mood, your health, your longevity, your appearance, your fitness, stamina, your routine. Everything kind of depends on that. And I definitely think you shouldn't like overlook this. If you feel that you need to learn more about it, go ahead and do that as soon as you can. The year has not finished yet. You still have a couple of days. Let's not devalue that time that is left. We still can do something for ourselves and enter the 2025 even with more strength, with more energy, and with more happiness than we did with this year. I hope these lessons were useful to you. I thank you for joining me for today's video and staying with me, having my back, and actually supporting me a lot. I appreciate that to the moon and back. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and leave a comment on what you've been able to learn this year. I'm wishing you a happy week forward, and we'll see each other very soon.